How is it possible that a serial killer like Dennis Rader or Israel Keyes could have a family who they supposedly love and at the same time have a secret life where they go out and kill several people? How is that possible? All humans compartmentalize. We all exist on a spectrum and we all compartmentalize. So I'm going to give you an example, and this is not a judgment, but it's an example to give you a sense of what I mean by compartmentalizing and justifications of the compartmentalizing. So many of you get upset when you hear about serial killers or people hurting animals, because that's a big one that we hear a lot about serial killers, that they hurt animals like cats, dogs, or other animals. And whenever I would talk about this on stage, I'd always get the response of like, oh my God, how could they hurt that animal? And yet, there's something in you, if you are a meat eater, that has oftentimes no problem going to a restaurant and ordering a steak or some bacon or some chicken. If you can look a cow in the eyes and have no problems killing it, or a lamb or a pig, then go ahead and eat it. But there's so much animal cruelty happening in a lot of these slaughterhouses that we conveniently turn a blind eye to. We justify it because we love our steaks, or we love our bacon, or we love our chicken, or whatever it is. And so touch a hair on my dog's head, I'm going to kill you. But my God, I enjoy a steak when I go out. So in a similar way, I know it's going to be hard to believe this, but serial killers have the ability to compartmentalize just on a grander scale. So while they love their wife and their children, and they would never want to harm them, they see their victims as objects for their pleasure. So I don't know this person, they're a stranger to me, but I have the desire to go out and kill. Like, that's what they justify in their minds. I'm going to go out and take this person who's an object to me for my pleasure. So in a very similar way, but a different scale, we're looking at someone who's able to justify compartmentalization. I love my dog, and I also love my steak. I love my wife, and I also love my victims. I love what they do for me. I love the way they taste. I triple dog dare you to watch the movie Farm to Fridge on YouTube. It's one of these movies where if you can't get through it, you have to ask yourself on some level, what is it in me that is still making this decision to eat these animals where I don't know where they come from? Most of us wouldn't want to eat our dog because someone told us that the hierarchy of animals meant that eating a pig, which is highly intelligent and sensitive, is perfectly fine, but eating a dog is ridiculously bad, or a cat, or a horse, but a cow is perfectly fine. In the same way we think that we're superior to insects. If humans were completely wiped off this planet, the planet would thrive in no time. And if insects were wiped off from this planet, everything would collapse and die. And yet, as humans, we believe we are superior. We think that we're the higher on the hierarchy. We're the highest up. So we have this hierarchical system that allows us to justify our actions because someone told us that this is perfectly fine behavior. And somehow we've just blindly decided that it's okay because the world says it's okay. And I'm asking you to start asking yourself a little more often about when you take action towards something because you've been told it's pleasurable, or maybe you've decided it's pleasurable, maybe just understand that you're making a choice that might be harmful. I mean, you decide that. It's not my place to tell you, but I'm just trying to explain to you how a human being can make the decision to have a family that they love, and also they're able to go off and do things that are absolutely atrocious. I hope that makes sense, and let me know if you have any questions, because I'm going to be doing this series where I answer a lot of the questions that were asked at the Serial Killer Tour.